Alright then. I've managed to forget almost entirely what I've left behind and well. I do seem to have a distinct impression that I left some items behind and that there's some stuff to collect out there. I can expand my inventory slots. Yes, there's also Ben over there, locked in a cell of his own volition. Ah yes, and I have a film to develop. Well then. Getting to the darkroom is gonna be rough. I'm not even gonna attempt it right now. For the most part, in order to be able to get through a sewage treatment facility, or possibly further down the line to get through a part of the lab, I presumably am going to need the plugs. But I'm not gonna carry all the plugs with me unless I strictly know that is necessary out here right now. So what do I want to carry with me? Not a lot of ammo in the Magnum. Only 3 shots, so I might as well put it away, even though it is the most powerful thing I have at my disposal right now. I'm gonna carry the pistol ammo, shotgun ammo, whip out the pistol to begin with. And hope that's enough, hope that suffices. Where do I go? Out. And further up ahead. This is the way back. Through the spiders. This is the way forward. There's a door and a side path. I gotta be prepared to get grabbed. This! It's sealed firmly. This is, I believe, where the Sherry went through? I don't know. I presume. Where does this lead? Gotta be on my toes. I have to be prepared for anything. Wait, isn't this the path where we solve the puzzle? No, this is a completely different room. I'm trying to take it slow and be mindful of any monsters in the region, any zombies, anything. Okay, there's nothing there. Presumably there's a valve that needs a handle. It's gotta be around here somewhere, come on. The panel has been ripped open. Looks like a panel to release the lock. There are descriptions for the plugs. King plug insertion, bishop plug insertion, knight plug insertion. And there's no puzzle to solve. It's tightly locked. The panel on the right appears to open it. I see, I have to plug the plugs in. Will I get a single plug over here? Have I missed a single plug? Because I think I have 3 and I need 4. In which case I'll have to head back. Oh, hey!
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD. It's a dead end.
Yes?
Think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
That's a great plan. That's one way to do it, I guess. And now I'm gonna play as Ada, obviously. Get the plug! Or the key. The medallion instead, sorry.
How cute. That little girl must have dropped this. I think I'll hold on to it for her.
You know, there are so many sensible statements to make here. Oh, this must be the daughter of Annette Birkin. Or, I don't know, anything. Rather than figuring, it's interesting, she dropped a medallion, I'm going to hold on to it. Why? Why? You were supposed to retrieve the virus sample. This is the thing that opens up the access to the virus, and now you just randomly find this? That's it? A picture taken fairly recently, yes. Okay, great. So we're playing as Ada over here. Can't get back to the other side. Can't mess around with the plugs. Marvelous. Okay, let's get through this silly section. Whoa! Okay, I might get... Okay, there's this guy. It's too many of them. Come on. How much ammo do I have? Okay, I have a decent chunk, and I also have some healing. Damn it, I knew I'd get grabbed. Of course I did. I saw the guy twitching, so I didn't really have options, unfortunately. I could have tried to run past him, but I didn't know which side I would need to cling on to. We get the map over here. Do we get the puzzle? Is this where we solve the puzzle? I believe so. Okay. So we go over here. We are gonna drain all the water for Sherry to solve this puzzle on her own. Oh, that has already happened because, you know, we wouldn't want to make things too easy for the little girl. This can only be pushed alongside the wall. That's what happens when a given thing is flush against a side. In Sokoban puzzles, there's very little you can do. So we move this, climb on top of this, hop on down, push it. With all the force Ada has. Then we push this. Is this flush against the wall? If it's not, let's make it flush against the wall. It is flush, okay. So we push it from this side to the other side. Fill this with water. Yes. And then using the boxes, cross onto the other side and retrieve what I believe is going to be the club key, which will allow us access to the final portion of the police station where we will presumably find the final plug, after which point we'll be able to progress into the lab, I presume. Move the lever, fill with water. Very straightforward. Of course the puzzle is straightforward. Not only have I solved this in a previous game, in a remake, actually not in remake, in Resident Evil 0, I've also solved this in this very game. In the other run. But yes, obviously we find the club key right here. Anything else? No. She's fine in terms of health. She's got ammo for her gun. We get on out. We do not stay on the scene. Do we run past zombie dogs? I don't know. Whoa. Hello! We go through here. The only way back is down this. Will we have to go through the sewers? How am I going to reach Leon? Am I going to meet Claire? That would be interesting. I don't know. This is shotgun ammo. Yes, it is. I don't think I'm going to find a shotgun for it. That would be superfluous. I'm still in the sewage disposal thing. Can you climb over? No, don't tell me I have to go all the way back the way I came. I presumably do. This appears to be a dead end. Oh well, at least I've retrieved some shotgun shells. Alright. Let's get back to Leon. Shoot a couple of zombies and give him the key. That's about it. She might get caught by... well, yeah, fine. Let's try to gun this zombie down as much as I can. It's the single shambler that was left over there. Thank goodness I haven't...
Leon, can you hear me?
Ada, did you find anything?
Yes.
Right here. Think fast. Here's one more. Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
She said think fast.
Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
Oh yeah, right, of course. So now Claire informs him He's got access to another spot entirely. Yes, over there through Irons' office where the final plug is. I don't know if he meets Irons or not, but yeah, this is interesting. He's got all the reasons to go back to the police station. First of all, we have a film to develop. Second of all, we have stuff to retrieve from the jail. There's also Ben, whom possibly we should talk to. There's this corridor that has been opened up, and all the place is accessible with the club key. So that's 4 different things. But yes, my goodness, what a whirlwind of emotions. Though Leon isn't particularly fast on the uptake, let me tell you that much. He didn't react to Ada particularly quickly, but then again, he immediately gets blindsided by Claire, so he's got a number of things to worry about all the same. At the same time, okay. First of all, we pick up the shotgun shells, yes. And then we pick up the club key first, then the shotgun shells. Alright, listen up. First of all, before returning to the police station, through the spiders, unfortunately, we should use all the plugs that we have. So plug 1, plug 2, plug 3. I'll take the key with me, not that I need it right now, but I'm going to need it in the future. I guess I could save so as to not have to replay a section or whatever. We shall see. But might as well plug in what I can plug in. I don't want to have to carry 4 plugs when I can just carry the single one that remains. Of course, I guess you could be the sort of person who did not pick up the plugs and then has to find all of them from scratch. King plug, use. Plugged. Bishop. Rook. King, rook, bishop, knight. I need the knight. Alright then. Head back in. And what? Fill those inventory slots with useful stuff. Have the handgun, the shotgun, and the key that I need. Is there anything else I could possibly make use of over there? Will the valve handle come in handy? I don't know. Do I want to carry the film? I think I can whip out the film at my leisure once I get to the dark room. I'm not gonna get to the dark room anytime soon. I might as well save right here, right now. I have the increments to spare. So we're saving again before going to the other side. And since I am going to the other side via this path, since there isn't another one, I might as well have 3 inventory slots in order to pick up all the stuff that I'll be able to find though. Yeah, so I insist on bringing the Magnum though. That's the big question, isn't it? Well, let's say no and just head on back the old-fashioned way. Okay, so there's stairs over there, then there's the ladder. Yes, and there are all these sections I did not have access to, really. Never mind. The sewage disposal section is a brief one. On our way to the lab! Spider elevators! Oh! Sorry, I bumped into this. Is he poisoned? He's fine. He did not get poisoned? That's amusing. Mind-blowing, really. Donk, 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 and we're all the way back here. Yes, sir. If only I could see the items displayed clearly to me. So, you know, I could see what I need to pick up. But alas, alas. I just need to pay attention. Alright. We head out there. There's one club key doll, and then I'll be able to get more inventory slots. Precisely what I need. This is the path to Ben. I've already been here. Yo, Ben, how are you doing, old pal? He's not talking. What a guy! So, we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. He decided to lock himself up over here to be safe, with no supplies, no food, no access to drinking water, really. He has been informed by Leon that everything has indeed gone to hell, and Leon might be the only cop left alive. We've had a discussion about potential exit paths. Leon decided to follow Ada, go out there and investigate, find out what can be accomplished, and now this guy is stonewalling me? As I come back to him, he's not even interested in finding out what I have managed to find out? Okay, dude, whatever. Be that way. It's not in my interest desperately to try and inform you what is going on over there. Ugh. Listen, if I pick up the blue herb and the green herb, I'm filling up my inventory with useless junk at the precise wrong moment. I guess I can pick these up, but since I am about to head on to a place where I'll receive more stuff, namely, for the most part, most notably, additional inventory spots. Yeah, maybe I should just take it easy for now. Let's go through the parking lot. Yeah, why am I even stressing out over this? The parking lot is empty. At least it was, last I checked. Things could have... Hello? Yo, dog. Down, boy! Play dead! Yeah, I'm very disciplined. I keep shooting once, even though I can shoot 3 times in a row, so maybe I should. The rules of engagement are very simple. You growl at me, I shoot you. And I keep shooting until the growling stops. It was a single one? Eesh, what a waste of it. No, let's do. Okay. So yes, in the original game you do find zombie dogs in the parking lot. Further down the line, making it significantly more anticlimactic than the first encounter with zombie dogs in the parking lot as Leon. Then meeting Ada. Any beasties over here lurking? No. Well, let me go to the morgue or whatever this was supposed to be called. The autopsy room. Get surprised by a huge wave of zombies inside, as pretty much no one should be. And then retrieve the keycard to get more slots. Liquor? I hardly know her. Well. If I head on back, I'm going to populate the eastern corridor with zombies. Or perhaps that has already happened. Because the western corridor gets populated as you go through the library. The eastern corridor gets populated right around now. Although that already has happened. If I want to head for the nearest item box, that's the issue. I do believe the eastern... whatever this is, the staff room, the eastern staff room accessible with the club key, just provides me with a couple of items, so that doesn't help particularly much. I can't remember whether you can save over there. You can in the remake. I'm not sure you can here. To take down the liquors, I would prefer to have the Magnum. I just would. Straightforwardly. Otherwise, I'll have to come back here. It's on the ceiling, isn't it? Okay, ass first into danger, as I tend to. Yeah, we're getting out of here. I don't know, can I blast it to oblivion with a mere shotgun? I think I should have more respect for the lickers, but then again, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you can just unload upon this creature with a shotgun and be fine. Do I have any spell healing? No, I should be fine though. I think I might die. Reloading? Seriously? Dude! He's just in yellow? Look, I knew I could have hypothetically fled, but I got too indignant. Too much pride was at stake. Okay, so I've slaughtered 2 of them, even though I had to reload in between. And I missed a shot. Incredible. Okay, so that's 2 liquors. If any more enemies spawn, I'm gonna have a rough time. But I'm still willing to risk it. If I have to reload, then so be it. It's not the worst thing that could have happened to me. I think this is after close encounter, so I will not be encountering any more zombies myself. We'll take the red keycard. Or I may, we shall see. Yes. And for whatever reason, we are to assume that she got the keycard back here. I can use the green herb over there to restore my health. Wouldn't be the worst of ideas. But I'll first retrieve additional slots. So let's go to the armory, or whatever this is supposed to be. Weapon storage, electronic, yeah, card detector. Interact with the card detector, get rid of the card. Inspect it first. What is it? Plastic card reads weapon storage. Yeah, use it. Magnificent. We head inside. And we retrieve everything, really. Is that a healing spray? No, it's a quest item because it's glowing, right? So it's gotta be a quest item. Will you take magnum bullets? Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently, non-quest items can also glow. Handgun bullets, glorious. More handgun bullets, yes, clearly. There's a sight pack. Will you equip it? Sure. The sight pack is being equipped. The sight pack has been equipped! There's nothing more here, is there? Okay, so Leon got himself a glorified fanny pack. Looking very stylish though, Leon. Very suave indeed. I mean, who's gonna argue with that? Who's gonna claim that Leon is not a handsome man? I don't anyone to make that claim. Anyway, since we have retrieved additional slots, we might as well go over there, retrieve the additional herbs. There's bound to be nothing here, right? I've cleared out the zombie dogs. The corpses have disappeared because they are a waste of memory. I am just killing time now, desperately trying to get to my destination, knowing what is there for me to find. Is this even the right place? Yes, it is. We go through this, immediately veer off to the side. I'm not even going to bother trying to talk to Ben because apparently he doesn't feel like communicating. Not sure why, and quite frankly, I'm not interested in finding out. Leon is fine, he's just fine. Of course, I don't necessarily know what it means for Leon to be fine, since presumably the status in actuality is significantly more granular. He does have hit points underneath the surface, and the info I get is more general in nature. I just get told whether he is fine, or in caution, or in danger, in terms of how many hit points he has, based on some arbitrary threshold that he crosses. But that's okay. Alright, I have 3 slots left. Hold on, that path over there. Is there any use in going there? What is this? Ah, yeah, no. This is the path that leads to the sewer entrance. There's nothing of note for me there. Nothing of interest. Could be a deluge of zombie dogs for all I know and for all I care. Let's try to unlock what I can unlock, so we'll go upstairs and head for the nearest thing marked in green. We'll deal with that. Next up, the downstairs thing marked in green. Whatever that is, I can't remember for the life of me. The room in the middle over there. Next order of business, since we're already in the area, would be to go to the dark room. But for that we need to head upstairs. Take the side route to the dark room. Go down. Presumably zombies will have spawned and maybe lickers. We developed a photograph. Next up, East Wing, 2nd floor. We check out Irons' room and such. Be prepared for huge groups of zombies that almost inevitably have spawned in the meantime. That's very calm and soothing and nice. Anything of note over here? Anything, really. Nope, never mind. You use the club key. Any zombies in this room? This should be safe, but I don't know. It's safe. Okay, Leon. We'll presumably get a note from the guy who played chess with a zombie and lost. Old papers, a TV. Yeah, this is the staff room. Will you take the ink ribbons? You bet. Nothing useful. Let's check the lockers. Nothing in this locker. Will you take the shotgun shells? Absolutely, yes. Nothing. 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 Okay, so just the shotgun shells then. Very well. This guy might get up. He might not get up. I don't know. Will you get an up or will you stay on the scene? Ah, Night Watchman's Diary. I've seen this before. You're saying he was just fine. Yes, the man claimed to be just peachy. And quite frankly, considering how well he was doing in a game of chess, I have a rough time objecting to his assessment of the situation. Yeesh, do I find fewer notes as Leon, or am I just not far enough ahead? Because this seems to suggest that I'm about 1/3 of the way in. Magnum bullets, that's a lot of them. Is that literally it? Just some magnum ammo? Just some magnum ammo. His throat and abdomen have been torn out. I'm sorry, dude. Better you than me. Ah yes, apparently that's it. You just find some items over here. Alright. As I mentioned previously, we go to where we need to be. Through the east office. Zombies might ingress, but let's not panic. No zombies. Curious. We get back over here. Through the east office we go. Out. I'm desperately dividing attention between what is in front of me right now and my memories. It's incredible. I can't focus too much on the plan of what to do, because then I'll lose out on what is actually happening in front of my eyes. But I can't refuse to think about the future, because then what I do moment to moment might be competent, but the plan is going to be idiotic. Let's not get caught. Let's just head for the destination. And that's it. There might be a liquor over here. I know they're in the room, so for the most part they shouldn't be a threat, but you never know. Is this the final place where I use the club key? Yes, it is. So the key is useless now, and thus I discard it. I'm left with 3 inventory slots. What is this? It says something, but I can't read that, unfortunately. The textures are too blurry. Where am I? Oh, the room with the fire thingy. Well, thankfully I have my lighter on me at all times. Does Leon smoke? I don't think he does. So what gives? A picture of a man and a carriage. Something is on the wheel. Light the queen, the king, and the jack. Then the carriage will start running. Queen, king, jack. Queen, king, jack. Anything over here? No liquors inside. Interesting. This is the conference room, of course. This is the queen, I presume, so one of these has gotta be the king. I do not know which. You can light a fire here. Gladly. Let's say 3. Number 13, will you tell me? Yeah. 3. 1. 2. Okay. 3, 2, 1. No? Okay, are there further instructions available? It's totally messed up. I agree with your assessment of the situation wholeheartedly, Leon. The order's gotta be specified somewhere. Do we have separate paintings in separate places? Okay, how about I brute force the thing? 2, 3, 1. Yeah, that's it. There's presumably a solution to it somewhere, but I'm not willing to look. Whoa! Hey! Hey, the buddy! Old buddy, old pal! Okay. The wheel is missing. Well, pick it up, dude! Will you take the G cogwheel? Yes, you have taken the G cogwheel. G Willikers! Let's get out of here. And now we can chill out because the tyrant is not gonna follow us outside the door. I mean, come on, he can't open doors. So yeah, thank goodness that's over with. Okay. We have the cogwheel, which means we can go all the way up there, solve the puzzle, presumably retrieve the final pin. The final plug from the clock tower, all the way up there. And for that we have to go through the library. We have to go through the library anyway, because we want to get to the dark room. And since we want to get to the dark room, guess what? We might as well... What a dramatic entrance. Whoa! Speaking of which, okay, I've changed my mind! Listen, I can try to gun the guy down. Can I just leave through the hole in the wall? That would be brilliant. Leon, if that clunky... Leon, please, that's the actual smart thing to do! Leon! Leon! Think, Leon, think! He made a huge hole in the wall, then he exited through there, went after you, so he hypothetically is gonna come through the door. You can exit through the hole in the wall, and then be on your way! Don't face the tyrant head-on like a moron, please, Leon. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this. I don't have the Magnum on me, though, Leon, so how do you plan on tackling the situation with this? What exactly am I expected to do in this situation? Listen, I hear the music, the tyrant seems to be right there, so either I start firing blindly immediately with what little I have, or I don't. I don't think I really have good options over here. I can try to run past him, I don't really have healing. I think the best thing I can do in these circumstances, unfortunately, is try to run past him in a tight corridor, get hit inevitably, and then bemoan the fact that I received damage when trying to bypass the tyrant. Yes? Don't tell me the tyrant is stuck on a wall. Leon? Ow! Well, that was moderately amusing, wasn't it? There are these... How injured is he? Is he in red? He's in yellow. So whatever. There are these mildly amusing jukes you can perform in the remake that make perfect logical sense from the point of view of basically everything. When you're dealing with the tyrant, you can just run in circles around it. You can bypass it. You can lead it on a wild goose chase. You can lose it. You can do all sorts of things that make perfect logical sense and they're satisfying to pull off. Over here, all you can do is basically run into the guy and take damage. Or you can possibly just desperately try to gun it down with what little you have at your disposal. And maybe, for all I know, you can manage to disable it briefly so you can bypass it safely. But that's no fun. It's a waste of ammo. So the smart thing to do is to actually try to run past him, take damage, and then shrug it off. Which, from a gamer point of view, may be perfectly fine, but from a plot standpoint, is just thoroughly disappointing as an experience. Okay, I don't think I'm even going to save over here, so I'm going to ditch the ink ribbons. Stupidly enough. Guess what? We presumably are going to encounter the tyrant once again, and then it's going to be another dramatic moment where I figure, oh, I don't have any healing on me, yada yada. Maybe I'll unload on it with the magnum or something. But my next order of business is to get to the dark room, so it stands to reason that I'm gonna go over there. Yes, and then I'm gonna save in the dark room. Tell you what, let's make this interesting. I have a number of places to visit, as I've outlined previously. I have the clock tower, where I believe the final plug is going to be, as soon as I solve the puzzle with the cogwheel. I have the east wing over here, next to the art room, where Claire has blown up a hole in the wall. And then I have a photo to develop in the dark room. How about I go to the library, from the library I go upstairs, deal with the problem, the puzzle in the clock tower, and then I head and save in the darkroom after I develop the film. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of fun. Presumably lickers have spawned upstairs, but that's fine. Presumably the clock tower will feature an opportunity for us to try to bypass the tyrant. Well, I think I'll choose to take damage, and if I fail, I'll have to replay the entire section. Hence, I have said, let's make this interesting, a bit more risky. Whoa, run! What a pathetic effete swipe. Is that the best you can do? Oh, then you're gonna jump around ineffectively. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Pathetic. Alright then. Since we're already here, we shall go upstairs. There'll be another licker nearby, so I might as well whip out my mighty magnum. As you know, it takes very few shots from the magnum to slay the what? William Birkin, I guess, the final boss of the... Well, so that's not true. I'm just messing that up with an actual encounter with the tyrant at the tail end of the first game. So never mind. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to need that much ammo from the magnum to deal with everything. Actually, I kind of am. Whatever. I don't know. I'll possibly get better weapons. I don't know. Yes, but I might use the magnum against the licker over here. Guess what? There is no licker over here. It's the wrong playthrough. Am I? Yes. You come out here. You go through the door and you enter the clock tower room. Yes. At which point you approach this and you use the cog. You don't need to use... Okay, tell me, what is it? It seems to be broken. It's one... Okay. Where do I place the cog? Oh, right here. Right here. I need the crank. How interesting do I want to make things? Because I can't save... I can't solve the puzzle. I can, in fact, just go to the darkroom and save, which is going to be a rather disappointing experience, but it can be done. If I truly want to solve all of this, well, my next order of business should be to go to the east wing, search all of these rooms over there, possibly stumbling upon Ada, possibly not, encountering... What a bizarre way of phrasing it, my goodness. Yes, finding the crank, then with the crank I go over here. I solve the puzzle, retrieve the final plug. Ah yes, I've used the additional key. Yes, retrieve the final plug, and then I head back into the sewers to go to the lab. Any zombies? No. I understand how disappointing this is, but I guess the smart way to do this is to head down through here to the darkroom and develop the photo first so I don't have to backtrack anymore. I just disabled them with 3 swift shots, even though I think it takes, I don't know, 4 to completely dispatch them. At this point, I'm deeply convinced that since you need a special key for this, this is where they can dress up. Which is rather silly. Alright, of course. I don't have the photo on me because I figured, hey, I might as well pick it up from the item box the moment I arrive here. But I have to go through the motions anyway, so be it. Let me pick the photo up and get the anticlimactic description of what is over there. What is it? Film C. Development code T103 due to accelerated metabolism relative to the earlier 00 series. This subject possesses exemplary generative capabilities. PH-X016 file data. Yeah, so that's the info on the Titan X. Sorry, the Tyrant X. It's not a graphics card. My apologies. Will I need a stupid crank over there to solve a puzzle? I don't know. Will there be more stuff to pick up? Well, either way. My next order of business is to indeed save over here. And the old typewriter. Since I have so many ink ribbons, I really shouldn't skimp on them. I'm tossing them away. And next up, I will do as I've said. Head upstairs, retrieve everything from there, which presumably is mostly going to involve the crank. Then I use the cogwheel, retrieve the final plug, save up, and progress, presumably freeing Ada. Alright then. Here's the thing. I've decided to skimp on ammo. I don't desperately need spare ammo for literally every single gun I have. If I'm ever put in a position where I need spare ammo for the Magnum, something has gone horribly, gruesomely wrong. So does that. It's extremely unlikely. That's just a statue. Yes, anyway. I have some spare ammo for the shotgun. I have no spare ammo for either the Magnum or the pistol. I don't have spare ammo for the... Gotta outrun with liquors over here. No spare ammo... I should presumably pay attention. Hold on. Oh, right. Not there yet. Where am I? Right. On my way to the library. Hopefully nothing barges out. I don't have spare ammo for the pistol because I don't plan on shooting that many things. The pistol isn't that great at this stage. I don't accomplish that much with the pistol. As for the Magnum has incredible stopping power. For the most part, it should just dispatch enemies with a single shot. And I have 8 bullets loaded into it. If I can't slay things with 8 shots from the Magnum and do indeed need to reload and use some more of the Magnum, I'm probably dealing with a boss fight. I don't anticipate needing to deal with a boss fight. I'm going to run past the liquors and just try to either ignore the damage or bypass the damage entirely by neatly evading. Oh, hey there, Licky. Little Licky boy. Whoa, that was extremely painful. Yes, you can jump, apparently. Of course, there's another part to this entirely, and that's the fact that I can go all the way over here and access my item box. He's in caution, so I'm gonna heal him up. I don't think I need a stupid crank. Why would I? Might as well leave it behind. Well, on the options I need it over there. Fine, I'm gonna carry it with me. Probably it's going to be of no use whatsoever, but I'm gonna carry it with me. Let's go through here. Are there 2 liquors on the other side? I think I've cleared them out. I think I've cleared out the liquors when I access the art room. Okay, now, the path over here has been cleared by Claire. It's a bit of a clear sort of situation. Nice little doll, Matt. Nice little doll. 3 rooms we can access. Will we have an interaction with Irons? We should have an interaction with Ada, not Irons. Come on. Will we meet Irons? Hello, sir. I'm Leon Kennedy. I was supposed to be starting today. Various trophies. There's nothing strange about them. I love how I am reassured that there's nothing strange going on about all these sorts of things. And then sometimes I am told that there are indeed things that are strange and going on. Will you take handgun bullets? If I must. Chief's Diary! It's the same thing, isn't it? Yes, the mayor's daughter. And guess what? You get basically diddly squat about the mayor's daughter for the line. Oh, look. It's the painting. There's nothing about the painting. He cannot interact with the painting. He's not gonna do anything about the painting. That remains an absolute mystery to him. He never goes back there. When I say he never goes back there, I don't mean he goes there. He never goes back over there. I mean, back there is where he never goes. Will we meet the... We'll probably meet the tyrant, won't we? Hey there, tiger. I just need a crank. You know, just... A trisector will do, please. Well, maybe some sort of a flat earther. Any type of crank, really. Come on. Presumably we have to light a file over here. Chief Secretary's diary is this is where she figures things out. Just one day at a time, whatever. I'm getting all of these precious documents, am I not? They're filed right here on the red file. I think... Is that where the files diverge? Because I think that might be the case. That may be an explanation. Maybe, just maybe, you fill out the 2 notebooks. One notebook over here, that's a common notebook, then your paths diverge, so Leon fills out his, Claire fills out hers. Okay. If I open the box, will I suddenly be greeted by the tyrant? Crank in the box instead of just healing. Have we started the file? Doesn't look like it's been used. Well, I have a lighter. You don't need to use this right now. Why? Why are you presenting me with a fireplace that I'm not supposed to light a fire in? What's wrong with you? Well, either way, I found a crank. What type of crank is it? It's a squirrel-shaped crank. Ah, yes, a squirrel crank. Listen, we've... Why would you keep it in such a wonderfully shaped chest and marvelously decorated? You know what? Whatever. Eccentricity. Either way, we are down a long corridor, a couple of rooms in, and we have a long and windy path all the way back to civilization, if you choose to phrase things that way. As bound, and we've just found a quest item that you need to go and get, and need to go over here to get. Surely we're gonna get the tyrant. Just brace yourselves. It's gonna happen. And then I'll try to run past it. I could try to gun it down, and then be treated to it falling down or something momentarily, and then rising back up as I run past it. Oh no. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Hey, hold on. If I spot the tyrant, note what we have here. A neat little shelf I can run around. Oh yeah. So I am going to go around the thing and then leave. If that happens, which it almost inevitably will. But then again, considering the game design over here, presumably it won't. I can totally imagine him spawning on the other side of the door and then figuring, you know what, I'm not actually gonna go through the door. I'm not gonna bust the door in and follow you over here so we can have a neat little scene where I run past this. Oh no, I'm being chased by the tyrant. I'm being chased by the tyrant. Oh wait, I've bypassed the tyrant. Out I go. And instead, we'll be treated to a tyrant in a spot where I can't bypass him. I cannot possibly... Oh no, it's the tyrant. Please don't. Seriously, don't do this to me. It's the perfect scene. I spot the tyrant, I go through the door. It breaks the... Please. Please, it's perfection incarnate. It's the exact sort of thing that should happen here. It's a beautiful scene. That should be a scripted sequence. Just let me pull it off. Come on! The tyrant reaches the end of the corridor in a climactic scene. Leon closes the door behind him. Oh shit, I'm being chased by the tyrant. The tyrant breaks down the door behind him. Growl! Leon runs for the tyrant chasing him. Then Leon runs to the side of this. And figures, haha, you dumb foul brute! I can bypass you entirely! Because you move in a predictable fashion. You're slow and clunky. I'm gonna run around this thing, then leave. And you will still be chasing me. They're seriously going to do this? Again? A narrow corridor with a terrible camera angle, and that's where I am treated to a tyrant I cannot possibly bypass? Because there's nothing to run around? And because the corridor is too narrow for a proper dodge, that's what I'm treated to? Again? Look, I get it, and the concept over here may be that even though the tyrant is indestructible because it's an improved version, you're supposed to shoot at it and then be horrified at the fact that it does kinda briefly go down, but it doesn't die. That sucks though, that's an unnecessary expenditure of ammo. I wanna be smart about this, I wanna be crafty. Am I seriously supposed to just shoot it until it falls? If it doesn't, it's gonna feel like such a waste. Am I supposed to switch to the Magnum and pew 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 away at the tyrant? I just don't feel like it. The alternative, of course, is to get brutally hit, go down to red, bypass it, go over there, heal up again, and continue on my stupid merry way. Past the liquor, it'll presumably hurt me again. It's so insipid. Really? Am I supposed to whip up my precious damn Magnum and waste ammo from that? Listen, whatever weapon I whip out, I foresee two things. First of all, I'm going to expend a lot of ammo, then the tyrant is going to walk up to me, unflinchingly punch me in the noggin, and then I'm going to try to run past it, having expended said ammo. Why don't we just cut to the chase and not expend ammo? I don't know. Maybe you can do something about it, maybe you can't, but it'll keep coming back anyways. What's the point? The suspense, I guess, that I've just killed completely. I could try to shoot it with my baseline pistol. It's a waste of ammo that I don't really need for the most part. Whoa, look! It's weak! It has fallen to its knees! Ha-ha! Behold my grand intellect! I have also freed an inventory spot. Down it goes! Like a sack of shit. Yes, you are supposed to outgun it, not outsmart it. Which isn't particularly enticing as a prospect. In case I haven't made that point clear enough. But yes, you can do that. Oh, spooky. You shoot the tyrant until it briefly goes down. Yes, and after the first time doing that, you get the horrible, terrifying realization that it doesn't go down permanently. And it'll need to be weakened time and time again until a final climactic confrontation against the tyrant. Do I take some healing with me and acknowledge the fact that I'm gonna be hurt by the liquor? Or do I just gun the abomination down as it deserves to be gunned down? You know what? I might just whip out my stupid pistol, shoot the liquor with that. For all I know, that's gonna be enough to kill it. Hey, liquor! We got a present for ya! I can't see it. It is presumably moving towards me very slowly. Come on. Licky boy. What, you've given up? I don't even know whether it's going in the right direction, okay? I don't know whether it's pathing properly. Oh, listen, closing distance is a dumb idea because then, for all I know, it's gonna turn out it's nearer to me than I would like it to be. It's gonna jump at me and deal damage to me, and then dispatching it won't make much of a difference because I could hypothetically just go downstairs. I hate this. Can you please just... I have to stop and aim to be able to deal with these guys. If I take my time to move away, what am I really accomplishing? If I do that, then, yeah. I am... He's not even injured. I don't know what to tell you. If I take my time to move away, in the meantime, it's gonna just move in my direction, and then it's gonna try and hurt me. So the entire procedure is utterly pointless. It is actually more efficient to let it just stand there and take swipes at me as I stand and try to shoot it. I should have probably switched to a Magnum to dispatch it. Yeah, I would have probably had a better time. Sure, and it's only a single liquor down this hallway. Big whoop. But it is all ultimately so underwhelming. Yeah, my healing is kinda limited, so in the end... I am not in as great of a spot as I possibly make it out to be. Maybe I should be more in the situation. I only have, what, 2 units of full healing. So it could be significantly better. Leon's in green. So technically the situation is rather fine. Yeah, whatever. Am I even close enough? Yes, I am. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Down the stairs go. And the crank goes away. It's lodged firmly here. It's a square hole. The crank is gone. As if through magic, it has ceased to exist. Power source for the clock. The gears are clean. And so are you, Leon. I don't need to use this right now. I beg to differ. It looks like a switch. Does it just look like a switch, Leon, or is it a switch? And beyond we find the final butt plug. An old dust chute. Will you jump down? This sounds like an incredibly bad idea. I didn't have the opportunity to do that last time, did I? I mean, of course I will. Of course I'll jump down a random chute.
No! Get away! No!
Not Ben! Yes, we know William Birkin, yes. Gee. I have been neatly deposited all the way over here, which is great, quite frankly. I wanted to be here all along. No, Ben. You had such a promising future, buddy. It was all going so well for you.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story. Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator.
Thanks, Ben.
That scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben.
Hi, Ada.
Leon.
That's me. Copy of mail. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best over here, but between the quality of the graphics and how they make almost everything in engine, and the quality of the voice acting and how they make everything ludicrous, I have a really rough time treating this seriously. Copy of mail to the chief. To Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department, we have lost the mansion lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effects upon our continued virus research. Yeah, I've read this. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. If it comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of the research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental, continue to monitor the progress, and make certain the knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact throughout this affair, William Birkin. To Mr. Brown's Chief of the Police Department, I have deposited the amount of $10,000 to your account for your services this term as per agreement. I mean, considering the degree of treachery involved and the absolute deviousness of the situation, it's not a lot of money. The development of the G-Virus is scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. And how is Brian Irons supposed to care about this exactly? Here we have Birkin nerding out over his little scientific developments. Irons doesn't care. Actually, I'm sorry, no. In the original Resident Evil 2, for some inexplicable reason, Brian Irons really cares. He's really invested in all the scientific stuff going on behind the scenes. Yeah, go science! The development of G-Virus scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to be a member of the executive board for Umbrella Incorporated. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, that's how corporations work. It is imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project, continue to monitor their activities, and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. William Birkin. We have a problem. I received information informing me. Yes, that's how information kind of works most of the time, Mr. Birkin. That Umbrella Headquarters has sent spies to recover my research on the G-Virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. And why would anyone, quite frankly, care about this? Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons. Ah, yes, the city. The entire city. For anyone yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go over swimmingly. Detain any such individuals. On what grounds, Mr. Birkin? By whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through Annette. With these precautions, any possible threats should be eliminated. Have I made it clear that that man was delusional? I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus, not even Umbrella. Signed, William Birkin. It's important to always make sure you meticulously sign these documents, just in case there's any ambiguity left, you know. Talk to me.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait! Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
My sentiment exactly, Leon. What the hell is... What we have here is a failure to communicate. Seriously, there's a zombie apocalypse going on. I understand that matters are rather urgent, but seriously, you could spend, I don't know, half a minute hearing one another out and coming up with a plan before running away to do things on your own. It would actually be faster that way. Much faster to get things done. Instead of, you know, just going out on your own, wasting time going through zombies by your lonesome. Yes, and then desperately trying to accomplish whatever the hell-brained scheme you came up with originally. Without the cooperation of anyone. A miserable death. Yes, but enough talk. Let's follow Ada. You damn people. Then again, I completely forgot to turn on my heart rate monitor. You know what? Hold on. There we go. Here's my heart rate monitor. See how utterly unflinching I am in the face of all of this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So, we go through it all. Past spiders. I'm not going to... Wait, hold on. Wasn't there something I could pick up? Now I have the inventory slots. So now is the final opportunity to pick up those stray herbs, right? Weren't they right here? I think they were in the other cell. If ever there was a time. And for all I know, I am just going to get... Haven't I picked them up before? I presumably have. Okay, whatever, never mind. Never mind, I haven't been paying sufficient attention to my own actions, apparently. Yeah, dear. I don't know, maybe it was somewhere around here. Oh, well, sorry about that. That takes talent, though. That type of misclick takes talent. Hi, spider. For all I know, I might get poisoned over here. Ow. Yes, he's actually genuinely poisoned. Believe it or not. Go over here. Unpoison yourself, please. He's in caution. Of all the things to hit me, I got hurt by a spider. And with basically everything ready, him healed up, and the plot having progressed the tiniest bit, I'm going to save here, and afterwards, I am going to plug the final plug into the pluggiest of pluggy places, and we shall bravely go where possibly no man has gone before. Only women. Into the lab, and then, presumably, outside. With any luck, I'll be the one to face Plant 42 or maybe 43, who knows. And then have a confrontation with the Tyrant. Possibly. With some gut-wrenching scenes involving Ada. One would hope. We shall see, but for now, I thank you all oh so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.